Good evening, Cable 2. I'm Siobhan, and you're watching the premiere episode of The Long Haul. Ooh. This is a show about simulators. It's a celebration of simulation. And we're playing American Truck Simulator tonight. We're going to be trying to do one of the Christmas events here, at least one or two of the deliveries there in the time that we have, which should be about 2 hours. So, yeah, we're just gonna hop right on into that. Um, I am a funny little stuffy, which you may or may not know already. Hello, person behind Cable 2 account, who I assume is probably Arby. I feel like it's usually Arby. So we're just gonna get into the world here, and I'm going to see if we can get a delivery set up. It's a pretty straightforward game. All right. I don't remember exactly where I left us off here. Let's take a quick look. Oh, we're in Boise, Idaho. That is the town I grew up in. We're at our garage here. That's one of our main garages. So, yeah, I'm just going to take a look at the external contracts because that's where the event stuff's going to be. Let's see. Yeah, we can head to Wyoming. Wyoming is kind of a beautiful state. Which is to say it's very flat and doesn't have a whole lot in it, but I like it. I've driven through there before in real life, and I haven't actually driven through there in the game before. On account of I only just got the DLC for the state of Wyoming. So that's going to add some fun options. So we'll get to take a look for the first time at this. So here we've got the custom skin I made for our truck here. This is a Freightliner Cascadia with all the modern accoutrement. Wyoming is very pretty. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let me cycle back to the main camera here. I tend to play in first person, and this is what the inside of our car looks like. Got a power converter down there, got a lot of stickers, got a mug, microwave, mini fridge, and it's a sleeper, so we've got a bed. Lots of storage space up there. And yeah, got to keep some water bottles over there in case we get thirsty, and we've got a teddy bear as a co-pilot. So, yeah. All right, so we're just going to fill up on gas here real quick because gas is much cheaper from the fuel station at our garage. So we're just going to fill on up. Yeah, I think that Wyoming is a very pretty drive. Some people think it's really boring. So I'm excited to see what it's like in the game. We do have an epic little friend with us. Now, for those who may or may not be familiar with American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, which it is closely related to, um, oh, there's kind of a classic Boise site, the water tower by the factory outlet mall. Like I said, I grew up around here, so. Now, for some reason, my camera isn't resetting. There we go. So now there we go. Okay. I resolved that problem. Hey, Cassie. It's nice to see ya. How are you doing today? And now, again, for those not familiar with this game, it's a somewhat realistic simulation. So Doing things like crossing over red lights and stuff is not recommended. You'll get charged fines for that. Thankfully, they don't pull you over, but you know. You also don't want to hit anyone because they'll charge you fines for that as well. I've got quite a lot of money. I've got almost $1 million in a bank there. Ooh, what are you up against a deadline for, Cass? Working on your book or hang out and yeah, writing. Very cool. Very cool. Ooh, yeah. Christmas deadline sounds rough this time of year. Well, hopefully I can provide some decent background noise for your writing. We can just stick our whole head out the window, which I appreciate. It certainly makes it a lot easier to get around. Not going to be a book, just going to be lucky if it's a complete short story. Fair enough. I'm having to remember some of my controller binds here. Unfortunately, I don't have the full realism experience for you all because I am using a regular controller rather than a wheel. Um, but a controller is far better in this game than a keyboard and mouse is. But I have been playing a different trucking game recently by the name of SnowRunner, which is also wonderful. SnowRunner is an excellent game, but it's a bit slower than American Truck Simulator in a lot of ways. Oop, try not to hit the the barrier there. It's a lot slower in a lot of ways than American Truck Simulator because it is a game about taking trucks off road. So there's a lot of getting stuck in mud and having to maneuver around using a winch, things of that nature. So it can be a little bit slower paced than this, which is more of a straight up driving game. Thank you very much. We're getting in here. All right. So we're bringing gifts to. I've already forgotten the name of the city we're going to. Let's see. We're going to Casper, Wyoming. Hopefully, by the next time that I stream this game, I'll be able to afford some of the other DLC. I have most of it, but I do not presently have Texas, which just came out. And I've been told that it is a very cool state to drive around in. Just backing up onto our trailer here. Yeah, I'm not streaming from inside a real truck. Sad as that is to say. All right, well that was nice and easy. Let's see what this trailer looks like, because it is a custom one for the holidays. That's really pretty, I think. Got a dove, got some peace and love and hope. I really like the lights. I kind of hope that this means that they're going to add more trailers with lights. Uh, Wisconsin is not in the game. They're kind of here. Let me take a look at the map. They're kind of slowly working their way from west to east. So I believe it started with Oregon, California, Washington. Apparently, this is the furthest I can zoom out. But yeah, we've got kind of the whole western half of the country here. But anything in this kind of darker gray color is going to be stuff that doesn't have DLC yet. So I'm missing. Uh, I forgot the name of this state somehow. I am not good at geography, can you tell? But we're missing that, and we're missing Texas down here. But that's the DLC that's currently available. But yeah, they're gonna make their way to the east eventually. It's gonna be a while till we get some time fried then. Yeah, I sort of got lucky because most or all of the places that I've lived and enjoyed living are right here. We've got Washington, Seattle area up here, which is lovingly rendered, both Seattle and Tacoma, and then Boise, the Boise, Nampa, Caldwell area, which is where my main garage is in this one. So, luckily, I'm kind of a Western person. Missouri was all right. I did live in Missouri for a while, but yeah, no. Just take this turn really gently. Um, we'll see how good I am with maneuvering the trailers. It's been a little bit since I have played this game, like I said, but this is the original. Uh, excuse me, the original game that I wanted this show to be about. But I figured more variety would be fun, so I kind of decided on it being a more general simulation show. All right, so this is going to be a 630-mile trip from here. And it's going to be mostly freeway driving, as you probably expect in long haul trucking. This game, unfortunately, it's very good with long haul. It does a lot of good long haul simulation, but it's not very good if you want to do a simulation of short haul trucking. There's really not a lot of city driving or anything. The cities are rendered fairly small. But the small parts that are there are somewhat accurate to the actual shape of those cities. So you get a good idea of what some of the landmarks in a particular area are. They even in Boise, they even rendered the Jump Building, which is just the worst architecture that I've ever seen. It's a really bad building to look at. It's called Jack's Urban Meeting Place. I believe they changed it to like Leap or something in this for uh, legal reasons. They didn't want to use that name. Uh, like much of the city of Boise, it is owned by the Simplot family, I believe. uh, Simplots being kind of the potato tycoons of Idaho. They are sort of the quintessential rich family in Boise. They have a giant mansion that I don't believe actually belongs to the family anymore. I believe it belongs to their or to the state on the condition that they always keep a 50-foot American flag flying on the enormous flagpole in front of that house. I used to sled down the hill in front of it because it's in the mountains and it's on its way up to Bogus Basin, which is sort of the local ski resort. But sadly, it is extremely dangerous because that hill goes directly out onto a road, and so I think they've blocked most of that off, so the kids these days don't get to do some extremely dangerous sledding. I'm right? What am I right about? I want to know what I'm correct about. I'm correct about a lot of things. I'm just giving y'all trivia about Boise now. Now I wish I had trivia about all the other places that we're going to pass through, but I don't really. I just kind of grew up here, so I know a bit about it. It looks like a collision issue. Oh my god, the jump building is a nightmare. It's so bad to look at. See, now if this were like a truly accurate map of Boise, then this corner opposite this highway entrance here on I-84 would have a Burger King. So that's how you know this isn't anything like real life. I do love the Boise Factory Outlet Water Tower, though. It is. I don't know. It's not very pretty, but it's kind of iconic. Source engine accident design. Oh god, I feel like I should pull up a picture of this for the stream because this place is a real piece of work, but I don't have a good source set up for that. I should have anticipated that I might want to show people silly things in a browser. Merging onto the freeway here. All right, so now our journey begins in earnest. We've got quite a bit of fuel sitting on, I believe, a 200-gallon tank here. We don't get much to the gallon, but, it does the job. We're heading out west. Now, if we were heading this way, we would pass by Black's Creek, which is a wonderful little area where people go to take their old appliances and shoot them with guns. It is a surprisingly common pastime in Idaho, in the Boise area at least. Just taking washers and dryers and dishwashers and stuff like that and throwing them out in the middle of the desert by Black's Creek and shooting them a bunch. I think the reason that they use Black's Creek is because it's the closest place that is not within city limits. Is that a Midwest thing? Okay. These people aren't going the speed limit, so I have to slow down. And this really is just like exactly what these stretches of freeway look like, honestly. Like obviously they're very truncated. Mountain Home, that exit there would take a lot longer to get to. That would be Eagle Road there. But it is shockingly accurate to the general look and feel of a place. That's something that this game is very good at, I think, and something that SCS, the developers, put a lot of effort into, making places feel like their real life counterparts. I played a lot of Euro Truck Simulator as well, and I've been told that the Euro countries are also rendered very lovingly. Although I don't personally have much experience driving in Europe, so I can't really say for sure how accurate that is. I've been in Europe quite a bit, mostly in Germany, but I haven't actually ever. Uh, what's the word? I haven't actually ever driven a car there because I was a child at the time. Yeah, shooting things out in the desert is kind of an all American pastime, I guess. I used to go out there and do clay pigeon shooting in the Blacks Creek area. Now, this game does have some interesting things, like you do actually have in-game radio stations, which I'm not going to mess around with because of copyright. Um, but there are actual like internet streaming radio stations specifically for, Truck Simulator to make it feel a little more realistic. You're popping on your satellite radio to listen to whatever's on. You can also put in things like your own custom music and whatnot as well to play. So, like I said, pretty robust simulation in a lot of ways. We're hitting on cruise control here. Um, Now, when we're doing the type of delivery that we're doing for the Christmas event here, you cannot go over 65 regardless of the speed limit. Um, if you get going down a hill, you can go above 65, but even if you're on cruise, even if you set it to cruise control going 80 or something, your engine will not take you past 65. Do they have a royalty-free station for gamers? I don't know. Let's find out. There's a smooth jazz station. Is that anything?
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision.
Okay. Nope. I do not want a Capital One ad. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would imply uh, anything royalty free. Unfortunately, there's a witch house station. That's pretty cool. There should be a royalty free station for gamers. Oh yeah, no, the radio stations are actually straight, like they're actually internet radio stations. They're not an in-game radio station. I can put on 88.9. I don't know what station that is. I assume it's somewhere local to you. I also apologize if y'all get any sniffling or anything like that. I'm a tiny bit under the weather, and also I just perpetually have the sniffles. That's sort of a thing about me. But, I do my best to get it muted and stuff. Oh, here's the Dance for Pedro sign. This isn't a real thing, it's just a billboard that is in this game constantly. I really don't understand the joke. I mean, I know the Vote for Pedro thing because actually, I wonder if that sign is only in Idaho because Napoleon Dynamite was filmed in Idaho. 88.9 is the local Milwaukee station. Well, that's really cool. I'll have to see if that's possible next time I'm playing not on stream. I do not want to get my good friends at Cable 2 in trouble, though, so I'm not going to try putting it on now. Ooh, that's very interesting. A multi-genre blend. Um, there's got to be a radio station like that here in Seattle, because there are so many local music artists here, and like Seattle has such a culture of music. Overall, like a lot of fairly famous artists are from here. Also, Left at London lives here, and Left at London's really cool. I love Left at London. She makes great music. Natalie Puff, she's wonderful. I mean, I shouldn't say that she's wonderful. I have never spoken to her. She might be a bitch for all I know. Like, I have no idea. She seems nice, though, and she makes very good music. Oh, we might have a way station here. Let's see if it tells us we need to run into the way station. Nope, we can go right by. Yeah, Nat Puff is cool on Twitter. I just try to not make a habit of assuming the personalities of people that I've never met based on their online personalities. It's whatever. It's one of those things. They also play your music on 88.9. That's cool. I didn't know that she got airtime on any radio station. That's very cool. You do get fined if you go through way stations without going through them if you don't get the bypass there, but thankfully our device gave us a bypass on that. The way stations will also fine you if you are driving a damaged truck. So, if you've crashed a few times, you need to get that repaired as soon as possible. Otherwise, every time you hit a way station, they're going to tell you, hey, you need to get that fixed up, bud. And, you know, we don't want that. I am unfortunately going to continue getting passed by every NPC on the planet. Yeah, taillight fee. Exactly. Look at this road, though. I do really think that this game is quite beautiful, and it's very nice to be able to just sort of drive. And I think that's something that this series, the Euro Truck / American Truck Simulator series, really just excels at. It's really really beautiful way to sort of explore the open road. Of course, with the new maps coming out, we're hitting the Midwest soon, so there's going to be a lot of just empty highway, but you know, nothing wrong with that necessarily. There is also sort of an entire sub game here that's like a management sim where you're, running a trucking company with employees and their own individual trucks and stuff, which I don't mess around with too much. I mostly just kind of let that do its own thing idle. I occasionally hire someone when I buy a new truck for myself. But honestly, I really love the Freightliner Cascadia, this truck that we're using here. Plus, I set up the Cable 2 skin for it, so, we gotta use that. But, it is like. Freightliner, unfortunately, doesn't make the most reliable trucks on the market at the moment. They are kind of. Uh, you know. they are kind of very. What is the word I'm looking for? Goodness gracious. Also, we are getting pretty sleepy. If you see that little thing that looks like a bed next to the amount of money I have on the bar at the bottom of the screen, that is your sleep bar. And I'm eventually going to start yawning and getting really tired. And then, if I don't go to sleep in time, I'm going to start getting charged fees for driving while tired. Many truck company CEOs drive their own trucks in addition just for the love of the game. You know, in a perfect world, that would probably be true. Unfortunately, I think most logistics company CEOs are probably just big rich jerks, like most other CEOs. Like ambition. I can't say I'm familiar. If you don't sleep enough, you crash. Thankfully, you don't crash in this game if you don't sleep enough. In this one, you just get charged fees. They don't force you to use the sleep system. You can actually turn that off too. You can completely turn off the fatigue system so you can drive at all hours. Um, the sleep cycle is, I believe, something like 9 hours long, though, so that does, in a way, sort of force you to drive at night at times. So you do get to do some night driving. It's not just daytime. We happened to come in here at in-game time like 6:30 a.m. So Ambition is a series of truly deranged flash games that teach you to be a real negotiator. I don't know what that could possibly mean. This sounds like, oh goodness, oh gosh, oh I almost crashed. I was looking at chat too much. Don't text and drive, kids. Uh, this sounds like one of those things you probably saw through Chip and Ironicus. Aren't those the two gamer boys that you follow who play weird flash games? Thanks for showing up, by the way, Cass. I always love hearing from you. Alright, we're gonna pull into the way station here so I can have a funny little nap. We don't actually need to get weighed, so I'm gonna go right on past that, but I am gonna park and get some rest. Well, that's a crash. I came in there way too hot. It's okay, I don't think we took too much damage there. There's a squirrel in the truck, indeed. Indeed, Greg. How are you doing today? Alright. Alright, turn our engine off and get a little bit of rest. Ooh, it's raining now, too. I'm sure that won't do anything negative to the bit rate. Uh, Alright. We've got our headlights on. I'm gonna use the cheater cam to reverse out here because I don't want to hit anything. I already hit one thing. Yeah, the Christmas truck at night. Oh, it looks really good. Yeah. What movie did you see? Tell me all about it, Greg. I love a good movie. God, I kind of want to use the external camera because this truck looks amazing at nighttime. It's also much harder to drive this way. Much harder to, see when cars are coming and stuff. The Banshees of Inner. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that offhand. Well, that's cool. I haven't heard of that one. Also, another issue is that with my current user interface mods that I have for full truck immersion, as much as we can get, I unfortunately do not have access to the mini map when I am not in the cabin of the truck. We're using the in-cab GPS. These are movies I've never heard of, but I want to check them out. Every movie that Cassie has ever had me watch has been really, really good. Double fire emoji. This one's for the boys. Well, I'm sure I'm sure I can get some enjoyment out of it even if I'm not the boys. Oh, that explains why my truck wasn't accelerating. Somehow I got switched into neutral. That explains a whole lot about what was going on there. Oh, that's the same director as Three Billboards. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna turn up my windshield wipers. I really do love driving in the rain in this game. I don't know why. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's just, a little splatter pattern on the window, and you use your windshield wipers to get rid of it. But there is something just very relaxing and beautiful about it to me. Is Three Billboards not well liked, or I was under the impression that Three Billboards was kind of like beloved, at least in the year it came out. Friends, the speed limit here is 75, and I can't go above 65, and y'all are still going slower than me. The traffic in this game can be a little weird. Three Billboards won Oscars. Oh wow, if something's edging out Everything Everywhere All at Once for your best of the year, that's impressive. I mean, I don't know if you liked that movie as much as I did, but that is by far like one of the best movies that I've seen in a very, very long time. Beloved, but a mixed reaction at the time. I see, I see. Like I genuinely though, I genuinely think that Everything Everywhere All at Once is oh, it's probably in my top five, honestly, of all time. Like how many times I've watched it now and how much I've enjoyed every single watch and have always found, new things to see and appreciate about it. I've made a terrible mistake. I accidentally put my mute microphone hotkey on the Steam screenshot button. So I'm going to have a few random screenshots here. In fact, give me just a moment here. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna fix that because I do not need to be taking a million screenshots every time I have to sniffle. All right. That should do it. There we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. And I did unmute myself. There we go. I'm very interested in the People's Joker. Okay, we're gonna have to hit this way station here. There we go. Was People's Joker made by one of the On Cinema people? There we go. Get right back out on that open road. Thankfully, way stations in this game are really fast. There isn't a way in motion option. You have to be at a full stop, which is a little unrealistic. Way in motion is pretty common these days, from what I understand. But, yeah. My goodness. This truck is this truck in front of me is not doing a very good job merging onto the freeway. Kind of creeping along. That's really interesting. I have a couple of friends, including Cassie, who have told me that I really need to check out On Cinema. I've seen a little bit of it, like bits and pieces, but I definitely haven't had the full experience. So I feel like I should really give that a watch. I don't know what deck of cards is though. I assume that's also another On Cinema thing, since I think the Oscar special is also an On Cinema thing. Deck of cards is an On Cinema thing. Okay. Yeah, I really vibe with Tim Heidecker's whole comedic style. So I should really check out more of the stuff that he's been involved with, because he's had some really interesting projects. Very much describe it as a waking nightmare. Interesting. That is not the strongest recommendation I've ever heard, but just gonna coast a little bit here because we've got a bit of a grade. Thankfully, I'm not gonna need to do any engine braking, which is nice. They do have Jake brakes in this game. For those unfamiliar with trucking terminology, that is essentially a the term is a retarder. That's like the technical term. I don't super like that name, so I try not to call it that. But it's essentially a bit in the engine that will slow down how fast the wheels are able to spin, just a bit. But you're essentially using the engine to counter brake against the momentum of the truck, which is great for going down steep grades because it means that you don't have to ride the brake the whole way down. And as I recall, the reason that it was called a Jake brake, that's kind of the common term, is because they were originally used in, I believe, Jacobson engines. I could be wrong on that, but it's something along those lines. Like the original brand was like Jacobson or Jacobs or something along those lines. That included that sort of engine braking. My understanding is that it's not terribly dissimilar from how a regenerative braking works on a electric or hybrid vehicle. Um, Not terribly familiar with the physics of how regenerative braking works. I do have an electric car. To me, Jake is a cop. I hear Jake break and imagine the way cops drive, badly. That's totally fair. I usually call them cops or pigs, personally. But they can't arrest me anyway because I'm a stuffed animal. You can't arrest stuffed animals, so I can do all the crimes I want. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Uh, I can do so many crimes, is the thing. They'll try to arrest me? How are they going to arrest a stuffy? They can put handcuffs on me, but I can just squeeze my paws right out of there. They're malleable. They're full of polyester. Ain't no rule says a stuffy can't drive a big rig. You are so right. You are so right. You are so right. More stuffed animals should drive big rigs. This is my agenda. Were you doing a crime, Greg? She just pepper sprayed you for no reason? Just a drive-by pepper spray? All right. Looks like we've discovered our first city in Wyoming here. And we're a little over two-thirds of the way done with this delivery, so we should be there pretty soon. And they want you to do 15 of these for the holiday event. Oh, you were at a protest. Yeah. So you weren't doing a crime, but you were doing a thing that they will pepper spray you for doing. That's unfortunate. That sucks. Fuck the cops, man. Well, good on you for going to protests despite, the rampant police violence in the United States and elsewhere. Let's be real. Everywhere has this problem. Arby has a sandwich. Cassie is a sandwich. We've got a real eclectic mix here. Everyone ignore the protest part. Yeah, nope. The bike cop hitting you with the self defense spices is very important. The most important. Hit Greg with the old spicy hate stream. Very rude. Very rude to do. These guys are driving so slow. I'm tempted to get in the shoulder to go around them, but I'm trying to be a good truck driver and not exploit the game's weaknesses for my own gain. Like, if you're driving in the shoulder, the game will eventually stop being able to tell that you're on the highway and will stop enforcing a speed limit, so you can just rocket past cops going like 100, and they will do nothing about it. They will not charge you anything. Um, there's a lot of fun you can have in the shoulder in this game. Tell us about more of the cartoon moments, Greg. Hit us with some cartoon moments. Gosh, you make so much money passively in this game. The ticker in the bottom right, it's not up right now, but just every time that pops up, it's telling me that I've made, $5,000 to $10,000 from an employee doing a delivery. You just get so much money for nothing. Like, I just have these extra trucks sitting around, so I throw an employee in there and they just make a bunch of money for me. So then I can afford all the cool new trucks. Very funny in retrospect. That sounds interesting. Alright, looks like we're exiting here, according to our GPS. You aren't actually required to use your blinker in this game, aside from using it to make a right turn at a red light. That's the only time that you're actually required to use a blinker in this game. But I like to use it because I'm a good little Steffi. I'm a good little Steffi who doesn't do crimes in the trucky game. Very, very good driver. My feet can't reach the pedals, but I've got stilts. And I can't see over the windscreen, but I do my best. I did merge lanes without a blinker earlier. I can do crimes if I feel like it. Oh, this is Rollins. All of the Rollins fans out in the audience, hit us with some Rollins. Hit us with some hype for Rollins. Rollins hype. Woo, Rollins. Doesn't look like I need gas or anything, so we're just gonna pass right on through. Taking a left up here. I The perfect stop. Absolute perfection across the board. Creep forward a little bit. Okay. The light's green now. I can't have fun anymore. Whoa! Whoa! Honk at that cop. Did you see that? He just went. He like that light was red. It was a green left turn light. What a bastard. Truly a realistic simulation of traffic in America. Police can just go? I don't. That doesn't sound right. I don't think police can just go if they're not like actively running their sirens and stuff. Yeah, that one didn't have the lights on though. He didn't have the funny lights that make the laws go away. I do make pretty big use of cruise control in this game. If you ever see the symbol to the left of the speed limit, which is to the left of my current speed, turn green, that means I have cruise control on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too fast, too fast. No crashing. I also thought this was a two-lane, or this was a one-way highway, not a two-lane road, so I thought I was safe to kind of drift into the other lane there. I hope that when the game makes it to the actual like Midwest, that they really try to capture the true Midwest energy by having Buc-ee's there. Like if I can't get out of my truck and walk into a Buc-ee's, what's even the point of the trucking game, you know? Imagine all the roundabouts where? At the Buc-ee's? I'm I'm visualizing many roundabouts. Oh, Wisconsin is all roundabouts now? Huh. I can only think of like 3 or 4 roundabouts total around the Seattle area that I'm aware of. I should say like the Seattle slash Tacoma area. I kind of live right in between the two major cities over here. Oh God. Oh no. I I crashed into that bus. Sorry. It's okay. I have effectively unlimited money. Hopefully the cargo didn't take any damage though. They took out all the four ways. It's just roundabouts. No four-way stops at all anymore. That's really interesting. Oh, your mother hates traffic circles. My mom loves them because she's from Germany. They got them all over the place in there over there, and they are honestly both safer and more efficient than a stop sign, than a four-way stop. They suck more to drive, definitely, uh, but they are safer, and I think safety should really be paramount when we're talking about traffic stuff. Oh, looks like that guy got pulled over. Why won't you slow down, truck? Come on, man. Well, good thing the nearby cop is a little occupied with someone else right now. No one can follow the rules of a four-way. They just go. Vibes-based driving laws. I think that more laws should be based on vibes. That's my opinion. I think that if something has good vibes, even if it's supposed to be a crime, it shouldn't be a crime. Oh, look at this donut. Look at this donut place. Donut Planet. Look at that. I'm loving that sign. I want to go to Donut Planet. Yeah, I guess I did all the driving when we were living together, huh, Cass? And we didn't really go much places anyway, other than me to work. Oh wait, no, I completely misread who was speaking there because Cass and Cass and the Cable 2 account have the same color of name. This is what I get for going based on vibes. Maybe vibes are a bad idea after all. Yeah, I don't live here's my thing. I don't live in a rural area, but it does take at least 10 minutes to get anywhere. It's 10 minutes to the 7-Eleven, it's 10 minutes, it's more than 10 minutes to the nearest grocery store. Like I live I live near a major city, but I'm so deep in a suburb that unfortunately I have to drive to do anything. Red Gang. My name is Green when I type in the chat, so can't relate. Can't relate to being Red Gang. All right, we're pulling into our destination here. Looks like got to deliver these gifts. Complimentary colors, gang. Where am I delivering this to? Ah, there it is. Why are there? Okay, I think that's a bug. Look at this. Two streetlights and one of them's in the middle of the road. I hope that doesn't have collision. Oh, it has collision. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh, what a nightmare. I could get around this turn if not for that. Um oh no. This is this is a thing I've never experienced in this game. Maybe if I try and take it really wide, kind of go from here. Oh, oh, I just barely tapped it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Final boss of Truck Sim. Random streetlight. Um, okay, I'm gonna need to go on the grass. Like, I usually try to avoid driving on the grass in this game, despite there being no penalty for it, but like, this is a reasonable time to break the rules, I think, when there's an extra light in the road for no reason. I also really smashed up my truck on this trip. I swear I'm a good driver. Come on. All right. Let's see. Hmm. Do I want to try to back it in? Yeah, let's give it a shot. So we're gonna head this away first. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played this game, so we'll see how maneuvering the trailer into a spot here goes. Honestly, I'd say the real final boss of Truck Sim is some of the parking spots in this game are nightmares. And thankfully, the game never forces you to deliver a trailer into this sort of spot, but I kind of like the challenge. I think I'm going to tap that other trailer. No, maybe not. Oh, okay. Now we straighten out. Yeah, I mean, so it is one of the most difficult parts of the game, which is, I think, why it's 100% skippable. Okay. Then we cut the wheel. That was the wrong way to cut the wheel. We cut the wheel. Okay. That's looking pretty good. And now I'm going to teach you all the real pro strat. Check this out. We disconnect the trailer, and we just cruise right out of there. Maneuver our tiny truck with no trailer in a position where it's very easy to back in from. This is not the real pro strat. No pro would do this. Whoops. Accidentally honked my horn there. We're honking for pro strats in here. Pro strat honk. Okay, and now I have a lot more room to maneuver than I did before. Apparently that's good enough, so I'm going to throw it in park and get that disconnected. Okay, it looks like the trailer didn't actually take any damage. I just took a little bit of damage to the truck, which we can go get fixed before we do the next delivery. I think I have time for one more delivery before my stream time runs out. Um, and hey, y'all, while we're kind of between deliveries here, don't forget to drink some water. Don't forget to take your meds. You know, go do all that good stuff. All the stuff that your body needs to keep functional. I'm gonna figure out where the nearest place I can get a repair is. It's pretty close, right over here. I have Is this now? That was bizarre. I didn't mute my mic there or anything. It just stopped working for some reason. That's that's really strange. That is very strange. I was running it through RTX voice to filter out background noise and stuff. Maybe RTX voice stopped working right or something. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was talking about sort of my goals and stuff for the show. I don't know how far along that got before the mic stopped working. Well, it wouldn't be a premiere of a live show without technical difficulties. Am I right? Am I right, folks? Am I right? Anyway, we're gonna go discover this dealership real quick. Peterbilt dealership. I'm a little sad that I apparently can't trust RTX voice to function fully. It's a bit of a shame, I think. Which means you're gonna have to deal with kind of some of the raw background noise in my room here. Oh well. Accidents happen, yeah, that's very true. Alright, we're at a Peterbilt dealership. I'm just gonna pull on in. Oh, their repairs are over there. I thought they'd be on the other side of the building. Get our truck repaired real quick, like. It's gonna cost way less than would be a reasonable amount for a truck getting basic repairs done should cost, because this game's insurance system is very wonky. Yeah, see, $386 because I'm insurance, I guess. I don't I don't understand. You'd think it would just charge you full price. I don't understand how the insurance works in this game. Alright, now let's just get pulled around. And we'll get out of here and we'll find another load to pick up. In fact, why don't I do that right away? Let's check out the external contracts. We're going to do another one of those gift deliveries. Do we have the time for this? Well, we could take this one to Ogden. I think that would be pretty reasonable. And Ogden's pretty far along on the event progress. Kind of the goal is the online community wants to get at least 1,000 gift deliveries to every possible city. And that will give a point, which is what those little present boxes are, I believe, is the points that they've gotten so far. So, well, we could head to Ogden. Could also stay in Wyoming and do a shorter delivery to Laramie. And then we're no longer in the gifts. I do want to do the event stuff specifically, so. Laramie might be fun, but it's so close. It's not exactly a long haul. Less than 100 miles. We'll do that. We're gonna take this to Laramie, and then we'll see what we can pick up from there. If we can get another nice short one to close out the stream. I really can't wait until this game gets far enough along that you'll be able to do deliveries like completely cross country. I'm very excited to see how that works out. I would very much enjoy doing a true sort of cross country long haul, preferably with a group, because this game does have convoy mode, which I've never used, but it does let you play in convoy mode with other people. So I think that if it ever gets to that point that we could make a delivery that long, I would love to get some guests on to play with me. Yeah, let me go from Cali to New York. I want to head out of like the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, and head all the way to center of NYC. I did stay in Manhattan and attend a school in Brooklyn for a little while when I was younger. Um, I was pretty fresh out of high school, but uh, I was heading over to go to New York Comic Con with a friend, and I stayed at her place, and that was literally like block and a half or so away from the New York Stock Exchange. So that was really wild. Very very cool to be that close to like a landmark, even though it's a bad landmark. um, I just think it's neat. I just think it's neat when they're near things. I just think that's fun. And yeah, New York is so walkable too, is the thing. I never stepped into a car once for that whole trip, despite the fact that I was commuting to Brooklyn from Manhattan every day to go and attend that school. Oh, have you been to NYCC as well, Arby? NYCC is very cool. I had a really good time. It was actually my first convention. I don't think it makes for a very good first convention. It's a little too much, but I really enjoyed myself there. My thing is, I don't like to be touching strangers. I don't want to be touching people unless they are someone that I specifically would enjoy being touched by. And the thing about New York, especially the subways and stuff, is that everyone's trying to shove by you. Everyone wants to get all up in your space, and that goes double when you're at a funny little convention. So I had kind of a bad time, despite really really enjoying the event. Oh, you've gone to SDCC every year? Oh, that's really cool. I would love to check out SDCC sometime. Um, someday I want to maybe I, I don't really want to support the penny arcade guys, but we have PAX around here in the Seattle area, and that would be really cool to check out sometime. I think. There we go. But I would love to check out PAX. PAX just seems really neat. Sometimes simply a wall. Yeah. Sometimes the exhibit hall is just a wall of people. But I did get a book signed by. I got two different signed copies of some webcomic artists that I was really into at the Times books. I've got Katie Tydrick, I think that's how her name is pronounced, who created Awkward Zombie. I've got a little sketch of Link from her, as well as a signed poster. And I've got a signed copy of Zach Wiener's book, The Most Dangerous Game, which is Zach Wiener is the author of Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal, I believe is the name of it. SMBC. No one ever calls that comic by its full name. They just call it SMBC. They canceled the entire convention? That is bizarre. I've never heard of that happening. What is this guy? What is that? The thing across the street there. It's got like a water wheel attached to it. Like I'd say it's just like a watchtower, but like it must be some historical landmark that's in this city in real life. Like it's obviously not a windmill or anything like that. That maybe that's not a water wheel? Who knows? Yeah, I wonder what that's for. Huh. 5G. It's a 5G tower. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Passing by Planet Donut again. Or Donut Planet? It's Donut Planet. I love a good donut. I could go for a good donut. I think there should be more 24-hour donut places that have donuts baking at all times of day. Because most places they bake their donuts in the morning, and if you come in at like midnight, the donuts aren't going to be very good. They're going to be all stale. I want to be able to get a fresh donut at any time of day. That's the that's the planet I'd like to live on. Is a planet where I can get a donut at any time. I could keep some donuts in my little tummy pouch. If you see on my tummy, I've got a little green pouch to keep snacks and stuff. I've also got my phone in there. It's practical. It's a practical concern because, you know, I don't always want to wear clothes. I'm a stuffy. I shouldn't have to wear clothes all the time. Got get into my little treats pouch though. They don't have pockets when I'm not wearing funny clothes. Honestly, this is sort of maybe too real. This might be too real. This might be too real. Listen. This might be a little bit too real, too raw for the liberal media to tell you. But stuffies and clothes look kind of weird. I I almost just passed right by. I was too into my point. I almost passed right by this intersection I needed to turn at, so now I'm making an extremely illegal turn. Listen, listen though, listen though. Stuffies and clothes look kind of weird. Build a bear, forget about it. Like you can't just put a T-shirt on a bear. That bear needs to be free from the T-shirt. What about stuffed animals with accessories? I mean, that's fine. Cute little bow tie and a snuggle. Yeah. No, accessories are good. Accessories are good, and like, sometimes the clothes are like built on as part of the thing, and I think that's okay. Um, like the Snoopy that they sent to space. When Snoopy went to space, he was wearing a spacesuit. Um, and I think that's wonderful. I think that Snoopy should wear clothes when he goes to space because that's important. It's important to wear a spacesuit when you go to space. So I think that's okay. I just don't like I don't like when you have something like a teddy bear. I don't like the ethos of Build a Bear. I don't think that Build-A-Bear Workshop should I don't think that Build-A-Bear Workshop should be allowed to here's the thing. They make perfectly serviceable stuffed animals at the Build-A-Bear Workshop. You know, and I can say that as a real Stuffy in real life who actually looks like this in real life with the button eye and everything. They're very good stuffies. They make very good stuffies, but they're too busy trying to sell you T-shirts and stuff to put real love into the stuffy that you're making. They're not inserting love into that. They're just trying to put it in a shirt and pants. They want your stuffy wearing a shirt with Hannah Montana on it. They want your stuffy wearing a Hogwarts house sweater. They don't care. They don't care about love. They just care about money. They're not in it for the love. Oh, I don't want to think about Snoopy getting inverted. I'm really proud of your brother Snoopy too. I for Hanukkah, I've got a funny little Snoopy waiting for me, which I'm gonna open on Christmas Day because I live with Christians and my fiance is a Christian. Um, but it's a squishable. It's a squishable. You know those big round stuffed animals. It's a squishable of Snoopy, and it's a squishable based on the one that they sent to space. So I'm gonna have a cute little version of your brother. It's wearing the spacesuit and everything, and that's fine. That's the kind of clothes that a stuffy should wear. Like that's the kind of clothes that a stuffy deserves. It doesn't deserve to be put into a t-shirt after the fact. The clothes need to be part. They need to be part of it. And not everyone's going to agree with me on that, and that's fine. I get it. I get it. You got your niece a squishable shark. Oh, that's cool. What I really want to do, I really want to go to the IKEA that's over here. I want to go to the IKEA and I want to free all the sharks. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I know I'm going to say it wrong, but I want to free the sharks. I want to liberate the sharks from the IKEA so that they can be free to do whatever they want and hang out with trans girls because that's apparently the new trans girl stereotype is they get the funny shark plush from IKEA. And good for them, honestly. It's her first Christmas where she's old enough to realize what's happening. So she's gonna be delighted. Oh, that's wonderful. Is it blaja or blaya? Like, is that a Y sounding J or a J sounding J? Anyway, it's probably not super important. I'm just, you know, and and really, honestly, blaya. Interesting. Okay. Um, I completely lost track of my thought there. Oopsie. Blaya. Harder H. Blaya. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Arby, you did it. You freed the fishies. Oh my goodness. What a good job you did. What a good job that child Arby did. Yeah, see, Cassie, this is the reason that I'm not gonna try to say it. There's no way I can pronounce it. I can pronounce a lot of funny words, but that one is beyond me. So earlier, when the microphone thing broke, I was I was talking about kind of my goals, like my goals for the stream and whatnot. I just realized that I'm not turning it this light. I need to turn up here. That light is not turn atable. Um, I was talking a little bit about like kind of what my goals for this show are and were. Um, and above all else, what I'm really wanting to have here is a cool chill time. I want us all to be able to have a cool chill time. You get crushed by any German word? Yeah, I can say some German words. I can say Alle zusammen tanzt das Brot. No one in the whole wide world will get that joke, but that's okay. Also, I think I might have pronounced Zusammen backwards. I think I might have said Suzamen. It's Zusammen. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to do that parking job. I'm going to do the easy parking job. I do not want to try to squeeze it between the sidewalk and a building. That sounds miserable. Yeah, above all, though, my goal for this show is just to simply have a cool and chill time. I would like for all of us to simply be able to chill out for a little while. Um, and that's maybe a lot to ask for a lot of people, but I hope that I can provide some chill time in this far from chill kind of situation that we're all in right now. Um, and I really hope that maybe I can inspire some people. Uh, Hopefully I can inspire some people to check out some simulation games that they maybe haven't checked out before. And maybe to give a chance to some things that they otherwise wouldn't have tried. I think that would be great. I really do think that would be great to help people explore some things that maybe they wouldn't have looked at before. Like, you know, it's kind of like a big funny meme joke now. The truck simulator games, and like everyone's like, oh, I love them so much because they became really popular as a joke, and then people realize that they're actually really fun. And I'd like to do that for some other kinds of games, like we could maybe look at things like SnowRunner and things like that. I have not tried Power Washer Sim. I very much would like to get it and play it on this show. It's a very fun chill time from what I've seen. Um, Power Washer Sim looks wonderful. Um, and I tend to really vibe with driving sims, personally. Um, but I've been really into colony sims lately, primarily Dwarf Fortress. Like realistically, I have never really gotten into like RimWorld or any of those as far as colony sims go, but I have always loved Dwarf Fortress so much, and I've been playing. I think I've played like almost 200 hours of it since the new version came out. And given that the new version is comprehensible to someone who has never seen the game before, unlike the old version, I think it would be fun to give that a shot on stream as well. And me and Greg were talking about, or sorry, not me and Greg, me and Urodov. I was just thinking about Greg. Apparently, me and Urodov were talking about doing maybe a series with that where we run a fort for a year each and hand it off back and forth on stream a year at a time. And I think that would be a really good time. I think it would be interesting to see how other people handle their fort designs and stuff like that. Um, and maybe do that with some other people too. I think it would be a really good time. Though with the whole Cable 3 brand transition thing coming up, who knows? Maybe that won't feel so. Maybe trying to do that with like random people won't feel so weird after that. I just have social anxiety. It has nothing to do with the Cable 3 transition. I just have social anxiety and don't want to ask people for things, even if those things are fun. Huh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My game just glitched out. Um. Oh. Oh. Cassie. Cassie. You can't see this on the stream, but the reason my game just bugged out is because Cassie sent me a copy of Power Wash Simulator. So I guess I know what we're doing next time on this show. we know exactly what we're doing next time on this show. We're gonna play some Power Wash Simulator. I don't know if I'm even gonna touch the game before that because I kind of want to go into it fresh on stream. I think that would be fun. I really don't know like a ton about it except that you have a power washer and you wash off gunk, and that just seems really chill and relaxing. I think. Well, thank you so much, Cassie. That's really kind of you. Yeah, super epic in my opinion. Also, Cassie is really epic. Is the thing. Have have we ever had like a live receiving a gift from someone in chat on stream in Cable 2 before? Is that a first? I'm smiling like a doofus over here. Ah, la, 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 la. You got me a funny game. That's really nice of you. I'm trying not to be super autistic about it and like flap my hands and stuff because I'm trying to play a game, but like ah, la, 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 it's really good. It's really good. It's really nice and really good and good. I like it a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Ah, wow, 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 wow. Oh, this is exciting. I almost drove right through that red light, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Happy holidays to you too, by the way, Cassie. I'm uh I'm doing Chrismica this year. Christmas with my family, but Hanukkah just for me. So I hope that you have a very happy whichever holiday you're doing, which it sounded like Christmas, so yeah. Uh, I'm just all happy and smiley and silly now. You've done it. You've made me silly. You have I'm going silly mode. I I can't stress enough that I am going silly mode right now. I also love the holiday season. I liked the holiday season better before I became like really disabled and stopped having an income because I love getting gifts for people. I really love to get gifts for people, and there was, a period of my life where I had a full-time job income and no bills. So like every 2 weeks like clockwork, I would just like go over my friends' Steam wish lists and Amazon wish lists and stuff and just get them stuff, and it's such a wonderful feeling. Oh no, I took the wrong exit. It's such a wonderful feeling to be able to give gifts though, and I love receiving gifts also. It's really good. Well, I've definitely accidentally lengthened this trip by a pretty fair distance. We're gonna have to see where we can get off and flip back around onto the correct highway. So yeah, I'm excited for a time in the future where maybe I can be someone who gives random gifts and holiday gifts and stuff again. I'm glad that your writing is taking off enough that you have disposable income. That's really wonderful. I've been looking at the idea of writing some sort of like serial web fiction type stuff, but I don't think I would actually try to make any kind of a real income off of it. I don't think I'd try to sell it or anything because I just want the things that I create in the world to be out there. I want them to be in the world where people can experience them with no barriers to entry. And that's kind of my artistic vision, I guess, is to make things in such a way that people can experience them regardless of whether they can afford them or anything. Um, that's just the type of person I am. Oh, I was blinking the wrong direction. That alone is good. It's had its rewards to get people. Yeah, that's fair. I yeah, being able to buy things is very nice. That's extremely true. I've considered setting up like a Patreon for my writing and stuff, and at the end of the day, like I just don't think I can get stuff out consistently enough for it to be worth anyone giving me money on Patreon. I feel like it wouldn't be worth it to me to be receiving money for putting out work so inconsistently because I just work when I'm feeling inspired to. So I don't know. I don't know. I was also well, I say was. I am also looking into doing sort of a writing project with some of the Cable 2 people, depending on who wants to get involved with that, if anyone. I'm probably still going to try and work on it on my own, even if no one else does, but I'm excited to pursue that project. Um, I don't know. I just really like creating things. I think that the act of creation and of telling stories and of making art and all that is really integral to the human experience, and I think that's wonderful. I I hope you're able to get your Christmas story done. Hopefully, I haven't been too terribly distracting. It seems like you've been chatting a lot, so maybe I have been too terribly distracting. But still, I hope that that having some background noise from everyone's favorite Stuffy has been helpful to you. I've had some Nutty Buddies sitting on my desk in front of me this whole time, and oh, I'm so very excited to munch on those. We're just gonna finish up this delivery, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the night. But I'm gonna try to keep up a schedule of doing this on Thursday nights, and that may move to Tuesday, depending on circumstances. um, I've been talking with the good doctor, Doctor the Scientist, just a little bit about scheduling, and we think that maybe we could shuffle things around a little so that we can have a show on Tuesday, because we have I think weekly shows pretty much every other day. So I may end up moving to Tuesday. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, the hope is to do this once a week, and this has been just really wonderful and nice. So with any luck, we can keep that on. Great stream. Thank you so much, RV. That's really kind of you. Oh, my in-game character is doing big yawns now. I probably should have stopped at that area and taken a quick little nap. Very chill, very nice. Yay. That's that's really what I want. I'm the thing that all stuffed animals strive for is to create just a cozy, comfortable space. And occasionally be a little gremlin about it. And I think I've done very well at that. Look at me talking good about myself instead of being mean to me. Moving on up in the world. We're just gonna have to kind of live with my character doing big yawns. Unfortunately. Oh wait, nope. There actually is. Okay. I'm gonna stop by over here. We're gonna take a quick power nap, and then we're gonna get back on the freeway. And by a power nap, I of course mean that my character is going to sleep for like 11 hours or whatever the default in-game amount of sleep that you get is. It's kind of a lot. There we go. There's the truck parking. Okay, got it in park, and let's get some sleep. Oh, looks like sundown. Get our engine started up and switch it out of park. And we'll just get right on back out there. Twilight, 3 p.m. Yeah, it is kind of that way right now. This game doesn't really have seasons, so the the Twilight, I think, comes at a pretty consistent time. It also, I think it also has an option to turn on time zones, but by default, it doesn't actually have time zones. Let's see. Okay, we get to bypass the way station. That's wonderful. All right, great. Nice, easy merge onto the freeway. It's always nice when there's low traffic. Merging onto a freeway with a lot of traffic is kind of stressful. In real life and in video game. Less stressful in video game than it is in real life, though. I love driving and I love going for drives. It's very relaxing and nice for me, but I don't love I don't love other drivers. A lot of other drivers drive really dangerously, and it freaks me out. It spooks me. And I don't like getting spooked. If I wanted to get spooked, I'd watch a horror movie. I wouldn't be driving a car. I'm just going to go ahead and stay behind this guy instead of trying to pass him because we are coming up on our exit. And hey, for one stream, I think 4 deliveries ain't too shabby. I think we did a very good job here. We made it to Fort Collins. Okay. Looks like we're delivering to the Home Depot here. Or what do they call it? Home store. It's not the Home Depot, it's Home Store. Oh, I don't love. I can probably do this, but I don't love it. I'm just gonna do the play it safe one again. I don't like to skip the parking. I like to actually do the parking, but I don't like to do the really hard ones. And that one, actually pulling it up to the cargo bay there seems not necessarily super difficult, but maybe a little time consuming. And, you know, it's both the most difficult thing that you have in this game and also one of the least fun things to watch, probably, even though I very much enjoy doing it. So, we're just going to pull right on into this spot. Disconnect that trailer. Maybe. There we go. And there we are. And that's 4 deliveries. So, yeah, that's gonna do it for us here tonight. I think I think this has been very successful. I had a really nice time. I hope y'all had a really nice time too. This is very lovely, very enjoyable for me at least. Um, there we go. There's the menu music that we know and love. Um, Very hardcore song considering we're just looking at, a truck surrounded by presents right now. Uh, thank you, Cassie. Thank you for saying it's a great stream. I really enjoyed this. I think that it was very fun. So thank y'all for hanging out and watching, and thanks Arby for hanging out too. I will probably catch you next Thursday at the same time, which is 9 p.m. cable time, or excuse me, 11 p.m. cable time. So yeah, let that's all I got for you. This is a funny little stuffy signing out. Talk to you later.